with Clergy.
Welcome to this week's edition of Cruising with Clergy. Today I thought I'd travel to the most northern part of the diocese, Halifax. Here we have the parish priest, Father Damian McGrath, who looks after the parishes of Abergary, St Peter's Halifax and St Patrick's in Ingham. And we thought we'd go to Halifax and see if we can find Father Damian in his natural habitat. Welcome, Father Damian.
Oh, Neil, it's great to see you.
Great to see you. Let's go cruising with Claire.
Oh, can't wait.
Father Damian, you've been in Ingham for a fair while. How long have you been up here?
I think I completed 11 years in November last year.
Okay. And you came from Brisbane on loan.
Yes.
And how have you enjoyed your time at the Townsville diocese?
Well, I'm on my third loan currently, so third 5-year contract. So I think that's a good indication that I like it here.
And you've been in Ingham the whole time. What's so great about the people of Ingham and the region?
What I really love about being in a place like Ingham is that being a community, being a rural community, about an hour and 15 minutes away from the next city means that a whole lot of our lives revolves around this community. People work in Ingham, they send their children to school in Ingham, they shop in Ingham, they entertain themselves and their families in Ingham, they worship in Ingham. So it's not like a city place where the parish might be where they sleep at night and where they go to church, but the rest of their lives is lived elsewhere. This is their whole life. So as a result, I therefore know them and I see them around the place, and I know their children, you know, from school. I greet them at Coles, whether they're shopping at Coles or they're helping me on those new automatic cash register things, you know. So so it's an all of life experience.
And I suppose the recent COVID-19 lockdowns have seen church evolve and change, and the parishes and the area of Ingham and yourself have certainly been at the forefront of remaining engaged. What have you done to continue to be there for your community?
Well, we were a bit blessed that we'd sort of already developed quite a social media presence before COVID-19. We have been running a popular is not the right word, but faithfully followed Facebook page for a few years. And the reason it's so faithfully followed is because we advertise every funeral. So all of our funerals, which are over half the funerals in town. So people will say to me, I follow you just for the funeral notices. That's okay. You might also get some prayerful inspiration as well. So when we went into lockdown, we were already ready to use that social media presence to reach out to our community, to be present in their homes if they couldn't come to the home of the church. So immediately we began live streaming Mass, and we have live stream Mass every single day throughout this period in which we've been unable to gather as a body. And as well as live streaming Masses, and we were able within our first 2 weeks to live stream 4 or 5 funerals for families, so that even though their other family members couldn't join with them, and obviously their friends weren't able to gather to support them, they could prayerfully unite with them online and express their sympathies in very personal ways, you know, through that social media presence.
What are any hidden gifts that Father Damian has that people may or may not be aware of?
I don't know if I have any particular gifts and talents, you know, that no one, because, well, I don't know if I have any particular special gifts and talents. I really don't. So, it's not like everyone knows that there's not a musical bone in my body and that my singing is more heartfelt than in tune. Right? Everyone knows that. The world, with social media and live streaming Masses, the world knows that. So passionate is the best that my singing could be described as. People cry when I sing, and it's not tears of joy, it's because their eardrums have burst. So, and that's reality. Okay, so I've got an answer now. So I have an answer.
Right.
And I was talking about this with Marcella, one of my wonderful, beautiful, Cella is a beautiful staff member.
You're a good cook too.
And she is, well, I don't see much of her food, and this is an ongoing dispute. I'm keeping an Excel spreadsheet of how many times she has brought morning tea in, and we're only up to row 2, and that includes a title row. So, one of the wonderful blessings, and this goes back to that other question about social media, because we've been live streaming from our chapel, which only can house 5 people under the 1 person per 4 square metre rule, that has created a very intimate sense of church. So people feel like I'm in their lounge room. I remember someone said this to me about Easter Mass. They felt it was Mass just for their family. And I'm only there with Father Vinosh, so we're usually there together, and then the 3 religious sisters from our parish who take turns at the reading and even assist with clicking through our PowerPoint or whatever. And that has created a very casual style, so, and even I'll say something and, I actually have comments sent back from the congregation. One of the nuns will make a comment and we'll laugh over something, in the middle of the intro to the homilette. And I think people have seen a side of me that is me, and that Cella would see every single day on a good day, when we are laughing in the morning tea room, but which you don't normally see in the church. I think there's a wry and smart alecky side to me. There's a world of clever retorts that many people wouldn't hear, but they are always in my mind.
A lot of people have found these COVID safe restrictions quite challenging. There's certainly been one that you've embraced.
Oh, no hugging! So I don't know, can they see this on the... Did they see it when they scream? We need a full body shot of my Say No to Hugs t-shirt.
So you've embraced that restriction.
Look, it's been beautiful.
Father Damian, part of Cruising with Clergy is a little bit of singing or a bit of music and insight into what our priests like.
Do I get to sing?
Well, after your previous comment, maybe not. But what would be your favourite song or hymn that you currently, or you engage with?
Probably my all-time favourite is the worship song that Abergavenny College has made their college hymn or song called Long Live Your Dreams.
I've got it here.
Oh, really?
What is it about the song that you really enjoy or engage with?
Oh, well, I love the thoughts, the words behind it, but also every time I hear it, it's a memory of a Mass at Abergavenny College, whether it be start of the year, end of a term, end of a year, and the way in which the boys out there, 150, 200 of them, sing it with extraordinary passion. It brings, and I sang it every day when I did the Camino across Spain a few years ago. So it was one of the ones that I sang as I walked, So.
Excellent. So Father Damian, thanks for joining us for Cruising with Clergy.
Neil, it has been my pleasure.
Excellent.